Test. Okay. I think maybe that one is working. Can you all hear that? Okay. So you can hear me talking. Can you still hear the game? Is the game volume okay? Can you hear the music and all that? Hopefully. What a great start to my Friday morning stream. Can't hear the audio too much. The music. You can hear my voice okay, but you can't hear the music. Is that correct? Oh shoot, this thing's a steel type. Okay. Now the game is quiet. Let's throw out syrup. Okay. I can fix the game audio. Okay, how is that for the game audio? That's okay. Excellent. Okay. There's always going to be some sort of problem that comes out. Okay. Syrup is not working good here, so that is not good. Hit it with Covet. No, that doesn't work either. Man, no one wants to work here. Let's try Leafeon. Thank you for telling me about the audio issues. I also would have been talking to myself for just, an hour and a half like an idiot, and that would have been a great stream, so thank you for helping me fix that. Alright. Apparently I do not have anything great for Steel. There we go. Yes, learn Psychic. Which is way better than Psybeam. Okay. Let's go back to town and heal. Everyone's hurt. And that's not good for us. So let's play it safe. We can't afford to lose any Eevees. But what I was talking about before I lost all my audio was that I'm trying to figure out who the MVP is for my Eevees. Who has been my champion. And I can't decide if it's Vaporeon or Bubbles, because both of those have been pulling a lot of weight on these gym battles and the in-between battles. So I don't know which one is going to be my champion. Excuse me. So that's what we're trying to figure out. But Leafeon has that strong stall game with Leech Seed and Synchronize and all that, or Synthesize, excuse me. Very powerful for stalling. And sometimes that's super useful. So I have like 3 potential MVP candidates. Also, like, Espeon completely ruined the fighting gym, which was going to be a hard one. So it's hard to say if any one of them is the MVP or not. But all right, let's see. This place is sort of a maze, sort of not, right? Like, it's got to go up here. No, up here is wrong. There's a sign. That is not helpful. Okay, back down. Around. Most of these are either steel or fighting Pokemon, so guessing that's what this person's going to have too. So let's put Afterburner in the hot seat. Alright. Alright. Doctor with Rosalia. Good call putting Afterburner in. Let's burn it. Simple and effective. And second one, Hatchram. We fought that before. That's a fairy. So bite. Perfect. Flawless victory. Okay. Let's see. Avoid that guy. Grab, I guess I can sell those for some money. Can always use more money. I saw a yellow Pokeball, and I'm pretty sure the yellow Pokeball means that it's a TM, right? So I'm going to grab that because I need all the advantages I can get. Smart Strike. What does Smart Strike? The user stabs the target with a sharp horn and never misses. Doesn't sound very useful for me, but I guess I'm glad we have it at the very least. Shoot. Alright. We were using Ice Beam against this that was super effective, but I don't want to swap in Vaporeon necessarily. So we'll just use Fire Fang. Yeah, it's just as good. And bite it. Dexter, welcome in. Good morning. How's it going? And sorry, Loud TRX, I forgot to ask how you were doing as well. The audio problems kind of wrecked it. Same for you, Uno Gamer. Imagine still playing Sword and Shield in 2022. You know, I know that people dislike this one for some reason, but I really enjoy Sword and Shield. Like, I love that levels the whole team up. I know that it's quote easy, but I enjoy it with the challenges. Because when you go back and play like Pokemon Ruby or Fire Red and Leaf Green, I did some Nuzlocke there. Half of the game is, alright guys, we want to move on to the next gym, but I only leveled up one Pokemon, so now you gotta watch me level up, the next 5 Pokemon as I sit here and grind. And some people enjoy watching that, and some people enjoy doing that, but I definitely am not a fan of either. I'm not a fan of grinding or watching grinding or anything like that, so I do know they removed the National Pokedex, and I know that was a bitter point for a lot of people, but so here's the unpopular Pokemon opinion. Like, do we need a National Dex? Like, you can only have a team of 6 Pokemon, right? So do we need all 900 Pokemon in the game if we can only use 6? And, like, a lot of them are redundant. Like, what's the difference between getting a Pidgey, a Fearow, a Pidlove, a Rowlet? Like, they're all just flying types with minor stat differences. So do we really need all of those guys in the game? Now, I do admit, you're right, National Dex is a fairly fun challenge to complete, and I always will ask for more challenges in games and things like that. 100%, I agree with that, but I don't think it's as huge of a deal as some people make it out to be. $900 Pokemon is too much to hold in a game, probably. I don't know if it'll be that. I mean, Switch cartridges can hold a decent amount, right? Now, there is a physical limit, of course, to the cartridge, but I'm pretty sure it's like 30, 40 gigs, and they can do the rest online anyways, so I don't know if it's a physical limitation so much as it is other problems, but I mean, it definitely could be. I'm trying to think of any game, like, they crammed The Witcher on a Switch cartridge, didn't they? And The Witcher was fairly large and intense, so trying to think of what else they crammed on the Switch cartridge. Ooh, critical hit that, okay, we're going to need to move Flareon out of the hot seat there, because we can't afford to lose anyone at this point. We're being chased by a Pokemon, so we need to go right into our menu. Swap out Afterburner. We're going to put in Bubbles. To be honest, catching 900 Pokemon feels more tedious than a fun challenge. That, I mean, I felt that with Legend Arceus. Like, the first time I had to go catch 20 Pokemon to move to the next area, like, oh, that's a cool little challenge. There's some interesting things to do here. But towards the end of the game, where it was like, all right, go level up the Pokedex by 10 more levels, I was I was about done with that. So I can see both sides of it. It is a fun, exciting challenge, but I also got really sick of it really fast. Okay. Not super effective here. See if we can stall it out with Draining Kiss. Oh, Iron Barbs. Okay. Yeah. Let's throw in Graveyard. I'm here for the new Pokemon. I am excited for the new Pokemon that we'll see in Scarlet and Violet for sure. I'm excited to see what new things we can come up with. I'm ready for some new Pokemon. Very excited for new Pokemon. And I'm hoping it's not just new starters. I'm hoping that it is like full on a whole new dex. I get that they'll put some Pokemon over, but like when Gold and Silver came out, that was like 100 new Pokemon, right? 120 new Pokemon, or was it 150? Like, it was a lot of new Pokemon, and I haven't felt that sort of excitement in a Pokemon game in a long time. Jiraiya, welcome in, Jiraiya. You never liked Legend Arceus? I definitely understand like the style was different and that it's quote not for everyone because it's not like a standard Pokemon game. I definitely enjoyed it for what it was, and I would definitely enjoy some aspects of it being brought into the next game. But I'm not certain that I'd want all of it brought into the next game. Like the agile style versus the... Oh, I guess we're not retreating. Shoot, this is... I think it's a fighting type. Let's throw in Meat. It's pronounced Arceus, not Arceus. You know, I've seen it debated hotly back and forth. Arceus just feels right to me. Oh man, this thing is really pumping itself up, isn't it? Okay, yep. We were right to do that. I mean, the National Dex is the thing that will make you jump back to the game, but like, take Gen 2, for example, only 251. That includes Legendary and 2 Mythics you can't get anymore. I was last week old when I found out that I can make a different account and delete all my save files for nothing. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully you've been using Pokemon Home so that you haven't been losing all the Pokemon, but I mean, that's what I do for my Nuzlocke, so I just use an alternate profile so I can just wipe it and move on. Though I'll have to be more careful with this one because I got the shiny Eevee that I don't want to just delete, so someone will get, probably Jiraiya will get their, or not Jiraiya, Bubbles. Swaddle will get their shiny Eevee back. Alright, so we're in the ice area, which means we're going to want to use Afterburner again. And we'll just heal Afterburner up with a potion. But yeah, like the what do you call it? Agile style and strong style. I wasn't a huge fan of those, but I was a fan of like having enough speed gives you extra moves. I thought that added an interesting element to the game, so... oh, well, I guess that was a waste of a potion. I did like that speed mattered a whole lot more, so I would like to see more of that. I liked the Pokemon appearing in the overworld and how you could catch them without fighting them, and I did enjoy that. I'd like to see more of that, but I'm half and half. I kind of enjoyed the Pokedex, like the idea of, okay, to actually learn about the Pokemon, I need to see them in action. I need to see their different moves. I need to see, you know, how they interact with their environment, what they eat. I thought that was a cool start, but it felt too tedious. Like Monster Hunter did something similar. When you fight the monsters, you slowly kind of learn more about them as you fight them and tear different pieces of them off and do different things with the Pokemon. And that's kind of what I was getting the feeling for, but I just don't think it was implemented perfectly for that. So I definitely like to see it return, but I'd like to see it updated a little bit. Gen 6 has like over 500 Pokemon. That includes Pokemon you can only get by using Pokebank, Virtual Console copy of the game, and other game X and Y or GTS. After this gym, you'll get your bike upgrade to float on water. I definitely need to be able to float on water. So that is good news. Where am I going here? I'm not going straight to the gym, right? I have to go meet someone like by the fountain. Oh, challenge next gym. Okay. So the next gym is a rock gym. And so we're going to have all rock, but the first guy is rock and water. So we're going to put Graveyard to use in this one, I think. Oh, OR is Omega Ruby or Alpha Sapphire. I have not played those. But I definitely see the point. The National Dex definitely was, continually a thing with a lot of stuff. I guess that's just not why I play Pokemon games, so it's not as important to me, but just because it's not important to me doesn't mean I don't want other people to be able to have it, It's one of those, I understand other people like it, so other people should be able to access it. Swaddle's here. Good morning, Swaddle. You're going to pack them to go home? Pack what? Oh, the shiny charm is a cool reward. No doubt there. And I'm not sure, but I do know they made it easier to find shinies in Legends. I'm not sure how much easier, but it almost felt cheaper. Like I found so many shinies, but it was like, but it's not finding a real shiny. It almost feels like cheating, right? So I am going to beat this gym pretty easy, I think. Did he miss anything big? Nope, we were just traveling through the area. We lost no Pokemon. So now we're taking on the gym. Alright, so we gotta find the traps, avoid the pitfalls. The update changed that? Did they change it in a good way or a bad way? Shinies are a little harder to find. I like that. I don't know, it's a back and forth. Like, I had never found a shiny before, right? So I was really excited to find shinies in the game. But then after I found so many, it was kind of like, but is this really a shiny? Is it really like, am I really getting a reward here? Or is it just so easy to find now, So that's where I struggled on, did those shinies count as actually finding shinies, or was it just the game taking pity on me and giving it to me? So I don't know which it was. But like I said, there was a lot of things I enjoyed in Legends. I'd like to see some of those in Scarlet and Violet, but I definitely don't want to see all of them in Scarlet and Violet. I liked the leveling up. I liked that catching Pokemon out in the wild gave you level ups. I liked how you leveled up. That seemed fun. Okay, don't go there. No, not there. Okay. Like this gym, this is something I would not like to see in another game. I know puzzle gyms have been a thing, but I like puzzles that are more than just this. Like the math puzzles, I guess, were okay, and like the classic ones where they have like the little pads you touch and they shoot you all around. I like those puzzles. Those are okay. This is not my favorite kind of puzzle, where it's just walk slow and avoid the invisible things. See, is this not the right way at all? Okay, not there. I don't get what this has to do with teaching me about being a Pokemon master. Okay. All right, there's one. For story, the national dex is not that important. Take real life example. You might not know all animals that live on the other side of the world. No, I get what you're saying. You know, the different animals have different habitats, so different Pokemon may be in different area. I agree with that 100%. But I mean, Pokemon's story has never been important to me either, because I've never enjoyed their story, so I've never thought it was all that crucial. Excuse me. Ooh, that is not good. Okay. We need something else here. Let's throw syrup in. Leveling up in Arceus was a beast of a challenge. Battling trainers gives you extra XP, and not having that in Arceus wasn't fun. Also, earning money was a bigger challenge, too. I missed mugging trainers you beat. Ooh, that is not good either. Okay. Vaporeon, maybe? Maybe? Yeah, and I missed the trainer battles for sure. In Legends, there was a few trainer battles, but there definitely wasn't as many as I would have liked to see. Darn. This thing is a menace. Okay, let's hope this takes it down. Oh, there we go. I thought it was a water type, so I didn't think I should use water moves, but apparently I was wrong again, but made it through there. Whitney plus Miltank plus rollout equals console in the wall. I have so much money in Legends. I love that game. I definitely like it too. I got burnt out on it because I played it so much. You know, three wins in a row was too much. I definitely needed to take a break in between some of those playthroughs. I'll probably play it again here soon if I'm going to be honest with myself, but I needed a break after beating it 3 times in a row. Alright, using up all of our potions. Alright, that wasn't the way. This one blocked off too. Oh, maybe we can skip this trainer. If I remember right, we cannot. Maybe. Hey, we skipped him. Oh, I hate this gym so much. Like, so much. You get money eventually, but in the beginning was hard. It was for sure my top 3 Pokemon games. I think a top 3 is a fair spot for it to go. There we go. Why is she crying? What a crybaby. Me says after crying 30 losses. I'd definitely like to see also more later gyms that do like kind of what Pokemon Sword and Shield does, where it's like, yes, we use, you know, we're water gyms, so we use water types, but also we use other types too to counter those weaknesses, so you can't just use whatever Pokemon you want. You have to actually think about it a little bit. I do enjoy that as well. Okay. Be glad when this gym is over. Am I going to redo the impromptu speech challenge? Yes, I will put up another community goal for that. I forgot to do that. So I will put that up at some point. Oh, there's the trainer. It was a lot of fun, wasn't it? You guys will have to give me a harder word, though. Alright, Pseudo-Wudo. My arch nemesis. Not so strong now, are you? Now that I've figured out your secrets. I'd love to see a gym using a variety of Pokemon like the player does. Yeah, exactly. I would love to see that. Something that makes the gyms a little bit more challenging. I don't mind the random, like... So the way they did it with the Fairy Trainer, I do mind that, where it's like, here's a random negative stat impulse that you can't do anything about because you answered a question incorrectly. And especially when it's silly, like, what do I like for breakfast? Like, you have no way of knowing what the answer is, so that feels completely unfair to lose stats that way. But if they wanted to put more in the stats, like, this gym is harder because all your Pokemon have a lower speed or things like that that you have to strategize around, I think that would be okay. I think I would like that. But it has to be, like, a set-in-stone thing. It can't just be, like, the guessing game like on the Fairy Trainer. So I would like to see that in the gyms as well, make them a challenge that way, but also not unfair in the way of it's random, but unfair in the way of the gym leader's going to tell you straight up, you can't always depend on fast Pokemon, so this gym doesn't allow speed, or, you know, let's see you overcome this challenge and now you can't use physical attacks or things like that. One of my favorite things in what game was that? Final Fantasy Tactics was the judges, where each battle the judge would say, you know what, we're not allowing magic in this fight. You have to do this fight without magic. So you had to, like, build your team and everything around the judges. I would love to see a mechanic like that in Pokemon, where each Poke fight, there was a judge who was like, you know what? No super effective moves this match. Or how about you're not allowed to use power-up moves? Things like that that keep it interesting and fresh and change up. You never know what it's going to be, so you have to have a well-balanced team. You can't just like, oh, I'm the water gym, so I'm just going to bring electric Pokemon and I'm going to sweep the floor. Because if they come in and say, nope, no super powerful moves, well, then now your whole team comp is messed up. So having like a random thing like that, I think would add a lot of challenge to the game, and it would be a lot of fun to keep it mixed up each time you're playing. Or maybe I just love Final Fantasy Tactics too much, because I loved Final Fantasy Tactics. It was such a great game. All right, Gordy, what do you got for me? You got the Barbicle. Graveyard should be able to take that pretty easy. Razor Leaf should be 4 times, so no chance there. Next, we've got a Shuckle, who's going to be Bug, Rock. I always thought Shuckle was a water type, but he is not. And I believe Bug may be super effective against me. I know he's going to have a super strong defense, so let's get a Leech Seed out. Nice, a dodge. You bought the 3DS Virtual Console version just for Crystal? Pokemon Crystal or for Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles? Because both of those are good. Alright, let's just keep doing this. This is working. For Pokemon Crystal, I'd say that's worth it. Okay, down goes Shuckle. Next we have Stonejourner. There we go. You also love Final Fantasy Tactics? It was so good. It was just such a perfect game all around. Alright, I think this thing also has a strong defense, so let's do the same thing. Let's, Leech Seed. But why is Crystal Peggy 12 but the other two are Peggy 7? I have no idea on that. Alright, Stoneturner's gone. Alright, next we're up against a Colossal that he's going to be Gigantamaxing. Okay, so now he should be tricked into using a fire move, which shouldn't be too bad for Vaporeon to take. But I'm going to get hit by the Stealth Rocks. As long as he doesn't get a critical, we should be okay. Isn't Peggy the game engine it's built on? I thought Peggy was the international version of the ESRB, like the game rating system. There's the fire move. Not super effective. Okay. Heal up a little bit. Ooh. Okay. That's a lot of damage each turn. I don't think Vaporeon's going to make it one more. So let's hit him with the water move and at least deal some damage. Okay. Vaporeon did good there. Let's see. I think Bubbles should be okay here. I think so. You can do it, Bubbles. You have been the MVP the entire time, so let's continue that. No, Bubbles is not. Okay, that is not good. Okay, let's lower its accuracy then. Nope, we're not going to do that either. Okay, this is not great. So, here's what we're going to do. Syrup. Bring in the rain. Lower down his attacks. He's going to heat crash again. I should not have used a water move on him. It made him too fast. That is not good. Okay. Come on, Meat. This is not going well. We got the rain going, so it should lower his attacks. Just hit him with the strong moves. Okay, Rain Dance really dampened his abilities there. That's what we like to see. This went way worse than I thought it would, but we made it. Barely, but we made it. Because Graveyard would have been one shot there, so we only had Afterburner left if things went really south. No, let's not learn Sword Dance for now. In games rated Peggy 7, this can only be non-realistic or non-detailed violence. Games rated 12 can include violence in a fantasy environment. So is it the violence that upped it? They consider that new fantasy violence in Pokemon? In interesting news around the world today, two things are going on today. One, some of the bishops have called for a fast and a day of fast absence and prayer for the Roe v. Wade topic that's going on, and because there's a bill in the Senate to codify Roe v. Wade. So I will be doing a special fast today. If any of y'all want to join in on the fast, it does look like it's not like an official obligation of the church, but a lot of the bishops are calling for it. And the other big news was coming out of North Korea. Yesterday, they announced they had their first case of COVID, and this morning they announced that they had, I want to say it was either 250 or 350,000 cases. So they are admitting that there is an issue and that they could use some aid in trying to combat the virus because they have some variant of the Omicron that, of course, is super, super deadly and super easy to spread. And considering North Korea doesn't necessarily have the best nutrition and the best hospital care and all of that, they could be in some real trouble. So really hoping that people band together. They were talking about it online, and of course everyone's making fun of North Korea and the problems with it. Like, okay, that's all great and good. Their leadership is incompetent, and there's a lot of terrible things. But at the end of the day, that's still a bunch of humans who are suffering needlessly in a bunch of things that they didn't choose to partake in. So I really hope that people take it seriously and help them rather than just let them kind of simmer in the Delta or Omicron variant. Alright, we're gonna let them talk. Our next gym is in Spike Myth. It is the Dark type. That's gonna be tough. The Dark type and the Dragon ones are gonna be really tough next. Let's see. What is good against Dark? Level 44 and 46. That's huge for them to reach out to the rest of the world and admit a problem within their country. So I heard that they were actually doing some missile tests the last few weeks, which is usually what North Korea does when they want something, right? We saw that in 2020 and 2019, especially. That is like, hey, we need something, so we're going to pretend to be doing nuclear testing so that we can get you scared, and then you'll send us aid, and then everyone's happy. But because of what's going on in Ukraine and Russia, that kind of got swept under the rug, that the people weren't really caring about the sword rattling. And when they saw that, this isn't working, we need to do something else because the country is in serious danger. Fighting Bug and Fairy. Okay, so we'll need the Fairy type. So Bubbles will be our next MVP for the next gym then. I do have a couple fighting moves, but not really a lot. Attention Freaks. I mean, I would put that for their leadership. Definitely enjoys the attention, but most of the people in North Korea, they have no idea what's going on. It's just propaganda, indoctrination, and they don't really have a choice because it's comply or die. So I get it to a degree. They even if it was all the people truly believed in everything that was going on, that doesn't mean they deserve COVID. So we should still help them. All right, I forgot we had to fight against Top here. While it's hailing, that's not good. So let's get some health going. You can raise your defense all you want, but the hail and the leech seeds will make short work of you. And here we go. Razor Leaf the Dubwool. Ooh, a nice dodge. Heal up, and then down goes the Dubwool. Nice and easy. Next, he's going to bring out... Does he still have that fire Pokemon, the Heatmore? I think that's what he's going to try and bring out next. No, Corviknight. See, that thing is going to be super against me, so we're going to swap to water Pokemon. I wish Pokemon were real so I could Thunderbolt and have them blasting off like Team Rocket. I hate when people have to try solving everything with weapons. It sadly is human nature at this point, I think. You know, as someone was pointing out that every civilization who has made it has developed bread and has developed some sort of weapon. And that seems to be the truth of it, that there's always a bread and always a weapon. Okay, this is not good. This thing is dealing some serious damage. Bubbles? USA sends Korea vaccines. Korea, our leader, has made a vaccine with his own 2 hands for all of us. Well, the thing is, from what I understand, the vaccines were offered to them, not by us. I believe it was China who was offering them vaccines. But, you know, someone was still offering vaccines to them, and they denied the vaccines. So, like, at what point? I mean, you can lead a horse to water, right? But you can't make them drink if they don't want the vaccines. You can't exactly force them. And we have that own problem here in the U.S., right? We couldn't force people to get vaccinated. We put, you know, jobs on the line and things like that. But there's still a fairly significant amount of people that are not vaccinated. So, yeah, you can't force them, right? Okay, let's save draining. Oh, come on, Hop. He's just sitting here draining my speed. Being a scumbag. Flying really is my biggest weakness. I don't know why he's just draining my speed, but I'll take it. Alright, let's continue to heal up with the Kiss. It's been human nature for the longest, and it really needs to change. That's definitely one of the hardest parts that I struggle with, especially about being Catholic, is, you know, a part of being Catholic is believing that God made humans good, and that no humans are inherently evil, inherently bad, because that would be saying that God made one human inherently bad or evil, and that's not the case. So when we talk about human nature does seem to be pretty bad when you look at it, especially when you look at places that have horrible authoritarian regimes, but also understanding there is good in there. Those people weren't just made evil, and it's a real struggle for me to go back and forth between they're not just all evil. The human nature is not evil. There's a lot of society and a lot of things that go into it that has caused this situation to be compared to just the wrap-up blanket of, yep, there's some badness there, and there's nothing that can be done about it. Alright, that was a fight and a half. What do we got here? We have Snorlax, who I am not going to be super effective against, and I can't afford to lose Bubbles. Oh, Graveyard's up. Oh, this Hop fight. Okay, glad we swapped. We didn't want to lose. Didn't want to lose Bubbles. Okay. Leech Seed. We're okay. Just let the Leech Seed do its thing. I'm going to synthesize. Just in case paralysis kicks in. Okay. Alright, this is good. He can't potion him. Let's dig. Don't get paralyzed. Okay, excellent. Missed the body slam. It's hit by hail. Leech Seed. Then Dig will hit him. There we go. And then Leech Seed should finish him. Alright. That problem's taken care of. Okay, his Inteleon shouldn't be too much of a problem. He's going to hit me with his Snipe Shot. There we go. I really do see the world evolving if we actually work together and not have war 24/7. I mean, that's definitely... if you look at the Star Trek canon, because I like Star Trek, speaking of which, new episode was last night. If you haven't watched it, it was phenomenal. But if you look at like what happened in Star Trek, it was finally like war that almost wiped out the world that finally got them to say, okay, we need to make changes or else, you know, it's going to be the end of the world. So hopefully one of these times that we have war or issues like that, people will finally realize that we're this close to wiping everyone out and ourselves out, and we need to put an end to it. So God permits evil to happen so that a greater good can come. And that's all we can hope for with the war, is that if there's going to be war, that means that a greater good will come from that war, and hopefully that greater good will eventually be people not having war anymore, seeing the folly of it, or things of that nature. So at this point, I think that's all we can really hope for. Alright, let's try and finish this thing. There we go. Nice critical to end the fight. Things got a little dicey there. Well, we did it without losing an Eevee, so that is okay. Because we especially need bubbles for the next fight, but let's go take on Spikemuth with Piers. Let's go heal first, because all of our Pokemon are just hanging on the edge there. They did good, though. These Eevees are putting in the work. They are doing very good. In we go. So for any of y'all interested, I did an interview yesterday, and I think that it went very well, because the first couple minutes of the interview was talking about my ghost hunting, because the interviewer happened to be a huge ghost hunting fan. So on the back of my car is our podcast, Transcendence Paranormal, where we used to do a whole lot of ghost hunting. So that was really cool to get to talk with him about that and make him at ease that we have something in common. But the job is for a mining company. And what I would do is basically I'd go out to a location. I would fly a drone and 3D map the location, and then help with some software figure out where they want to drill and mine. So no red flags. No, I thought there were some red flags. I asked them about some of my concerns, like that they had a lot of negative reviews online and that the job had been open for a while. But they were very honest about issues that the company had and what they were doing to combat the issues with the company. So I definitely feel that maybe the red flags that I felt were there were premature, and that this might be a job I really want. I gotta say, I'm honestly really excited for the job. So next week they should call me if they're interested in having me, and I'll meet their drone techs and kind of talk a little bit more about the technical side of the job. But if that all goes well, then I may have a new job. The one caveat to that is that the job is going to have long hours. My understanding is that I might be leaving around 6 a.m. in the morning, and I might not come home till 6 or 7 at night, which may cause issues with the stream. So, but I thought long and hard about it, and I talked to Emmy about this. Like, I'm so unhappy at my current job. Like, there's a million problems with my current job. And I am so unhappy and so miserable almost every single day that I go into work. It's just a nonstop pain, problem, stress. Like it's so bad to the point where it's like impacting my health. So, would acid armor be good? No, let's stop that for now. So, I need out really bad. If it's impacting my health, I need to get away from it. But I enjoy streaming. I enjoy hanging out with all you guys. I enjoy what we do in the mornings. And so the question was, would I give up what I have now for a job where I'm happier? And I think the answer is yes. Because while I enjoy streaming at this point as much as I want it to be a job, I want it to be a full-time gig, this is what I truly enjoy. I understand that at this point it's basically just a hobby, right? Like, it's a for fun thing. So when it comes down to it, I have to take care of the family, make sure that I have enough money and health to be a good husband and a good provider. So if it comes down to it, taking a new job and losing the stream or staying in the hell that I currently am, then unfortunately I think I would have to choose to take the better job, even if that meant losing out on the stream for a little bit. So this is a replacement for what you're currently doing? Yes, if I get this job, it would be a full-time gig that would replace my current job 100%. Bring on the pain. Exactly. Streaming doesn't quite pay the bills yet. But jobs do, so that unfortunately still has to come first. I was actually talking to Emmy about that as well, that like I wonder how many people who've gone full-time streamers were working like, oh, this guy is really tough, if I remember right. A leech seed out there. How many people, like, because you see so many people who are able to stream full-time and they make it their job, but the question is, like, how many of those guys were working for above minimum wage before they swapped over? Because replacing your income on streaming to, replace a $20,000 or $30,000 a year job is a lot easier, I would think, than, like, how do you replace a $80,000 to $100,000 a year job with streaming income? Like, that's a lot more income you have to make to try and update from where you currently are. So the more money you make, unfortunately, it seems like the harder it is to make it as a full-time streamer because you have a lot more to lose. And I know you could just go for it. I know some streamers make way more than 100K. But that's also like a minority, right? So it's that risk versus reward. Everything you do for work eventually becomes a job no matter how much you love it. So even if you were able to do this full-time, it'll turn to a job and you'll get burnt out the same over time. I mean, that's definitely true, too. I do love photography and I do love drones. But eventually, like you said, if you're doing it for a living, then eventually you're just going to eventually hate it and get burnt out, because that's just human nature. Doing the same thing over and over and over again eventually is going to have you dreading it. And that's the worry also with streaming, right? That eventually you become so much of a streamer that you're working every day, 8 hours a day. Eventually you get burnt out from gaming and talking and entertaining, right? So I know that happens to everyone eventually. I would always be dealing with coworkers that take 10, 30-minute bathroom breaks. Oh man, we have had our fair share of that issue. That was so bad they installed trackers on all of our computers so they can see, like, literally how much you move your mouse, how often you're in different systems. Like, that's part of the reason I think we have to go back to the office, is because so many people were slacking off with the work from home that it was impacting our productivity. The goal is to do a job that you don't hate with all your heart, make enough money to do the things you do enjoy. And see, that's the problem, is that the job I'm currently working, I do hate with all of my heart. And that is I mean, it seriously impacts me every single day. I feel stressed at night. I don't want to go to sleep because I dread going to sleep, because as soon as I go to sleep, that means I'm going to wake up in the morning. I'm going to have to do that job again. And it's just one frustration after another. I find myself eating too much because my big flaw is stress eating. And so I know it's impacting my health, and that I'm not losing the weight that I want to lose because I'm spending so much time stress eating, because I don't want to blame it on other people, but because my team makes me stress eat and stress drink tea. I've been drinking a lot of tea, which, I mean, I don't think that'll be bad for you, but I've been drinking a lot of tea. That's another level of micromanaging that's insane. Oh, let me tell you about micromanaging, because what they have me doing to micromanage my team is insane. We go so far beyond that basically my entire team is unhappy because of what they're asking us to do. So yeah, we're micromanaging people to death. Like, it's awful and I hate it, but I'm not in a place to tell upper management that that's not the right move, because it's working, unfortunately, right? That's why micromanaging is so common, because unfortunately it works. And when it works, you get these results, and then it's hard to go without those results. So it's like a never-ending problem. My old job did that same computer stuff. You had to leave it. Oh, I understand it 100%. Like, but there's also sadly people who need it. I have run into quite a few people who are impossible to. Sorry, I had something digging into me in my pocket. They can't work without that pressure on them. I've met many people like that who, if you tell them, okay, I need you to do this, they won't do it unless you sit next to them and force them to do it. And it's frustrating, but I understand, everyone's got their own things, right? So I can't necessarily be upset with that, I guess, because everyone works a little bit differently, but it is frustrating to have like full-grown adults that can't do a simple task unless you sit there and make them do it, even though they're being paid for it. So, but on the flip side, that's also how you lose your talent, right? Because there's some people who won't tolerate that. Like you're all saying, that there's some people who will not tolerate the micromanaging, and that's where you lose like your really good talent, because they just won't stand for it. They'll go somewhere that won't do that to them, and that's really, really bad for companies, right? If you lose your top talent because of things like that, then you're hurting your company more than you're helping the company. Just don't ever lean to smoking. It's my only weakness. I mean, I did. There was, oh man. So my job is stressful now, but my job was way more stressful before. And it was a job where I was smoking 1, 2, 3 cigarettes on a 15-minute break, because it was the only way I could calm myself down. And I definitely regret it. I have definitely disliked smoking ever since, but it was the only way to make it worth it. And so, yes, avoid cigarettes 100%, because those are addictive and terrible, and it is so hard to break that habit. It got so bad one day I literally was smoking 2 cigarettes at once. Like, it was full on bad. Let's see, where am I going? Not up here. Some people want you to help them, but then they make your task a 2-person task. Everyone is Batman. Ooh, what is this? A protective item of sort. It's extremely stiff and heavy. It's loved by a certain Pokemon. What the heck is a protector? What Pokemon wants the protector? I've never seen that before. Does anyone know? This is why I'm super careful not to talk too much about work, because I don't want to get fired for talking bad about work. But at the same time, what the heck? What did that thing do to me? That's why I don't talk about my stream too much at work either, because I don't want them to know I stream and do this. Evolution item. Oh, it's for Rhydon? Interesting. I didn't know Rhydon needed that. They're like Batman because they vanish. 100%. He has to wear that and be traded to become a Rhyperior. Oh, okay. I'm running low on potions again. It might be time to stock up on some potions. I did not know that about Rhyperior, so good to know. Okay. Is this the wrong area too? It is. Where are we going? Over here? You can get fossil Pokemon or the Ice Cube Penguin. I saw the Ice Cube Penguin. That's what the, what do you call it? The Ice Trainer uses. So I know that exists. I've never actually seen it, but I saw a picture of it. Scope lens. Random question. Can you name 3 countries in Africa? I think technically Egypt. Then you have Kenya. And I want to say Zimbabwe is a country, but I'm not that great at geography, so I definitely could be wrong on a few of those. Correct? Hey, I got some. I also think there's like the Democratic Republic of the Congo is there. I know Egypt is usually considered a part of the Middle East, but it's not. It's technically a part of Africa. Nigeria. Excuse me. I know. Oh, excuse me. Coffee's getting to me. Emmy wanted me to do at some point the streams of that one game, the GeoGuessr, where you just try and figure out where you're at on the map based on like being put in a random place across the United States or across the world, rather. Excuse me. I definitely do want to do that one day with you guys, and I also want to play. There's this game called Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes, where like I have a explosive device in front of the game, and I don't get the manual, so I have to describe to you and tell you what I'm seeing, and then you have to read the manual to me to try and figure out how to defuse it. So it's like a 2-person or multiple-person game. I thought that'd be super fun to play. All right, it is 6:45, which means it is time for our prayer. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. If you're new here, we pray at 6:45 as a group. If you are not comfortable with that, it is not required to participate in. Definitely don't feel like you're not welcome here. It is not mandatory or anything like that. So here we go. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Thank you, Lord, for this blessed day. Thank you for the opportunity that you've given me. I pray that this job works out for me, that it's the right path for me. Help me over the next few days to discern your will, to do what you want for me to do, so that I can walk the path that you have put before me. Help me and all people of the world to be a light of Christ, to show others what it means to be Christ and to live like Christ. I pray for those currently in North Korea. Their pandemic is hitting them hard, and I know that people don't take that area seriously, but there are a lot of innocent people suffering who are malnourished and won't get the medical care that they need. Lord, help those in North Korea, be with them, give them comfort, food, shelter, and the medical care that they need. Help the leaders to realize the issue they're in and bring over the vaccines and other things that can help to bring comfort and bring about an end to the pandemic in the country, and help those who are less fortunate there. Lord, I pray for those who are no longer have anyone to pray for them, those who are deceased, those who are in purgatory. Lord, help all those souls come to you. Help them to finish purifying and be free from sin, so that they may know the glory of you, the glory of Christ, and the glory of heaven. Lord, be with those who we can no longer be with because they have left this earthly realm, but bring them into your care in your loving arms. All this we pray in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. I've seen so many people from America get asked, can you name 3 countries outside of America? And they say Africa, Asia, Europe. I mean, what's that meme? They're wrong, but they got the spirit. At least they're not saying, because there's some people who it's like, okay, name something outside of America. It's like, okay, Alaska, Hawaii, and Guam. Well, I mean, that's not the most correct answer in the world. Oh shoot, I have to fight Marnie here, don't I? Who do I need to open with? I forget Marnie's lineup. Let me see if I can find... Do we have time to even beat Marnie? Oh, let's see. Marnie. We don't want to fight her there. Second battle is Leopard, Toxicroak, Scrafty, and Morkpedo. I don't know any of those weaknesses. So if she opens with the Leopard... Got a plan for this. Leopard is a dark Pokemon, so we're going to open with Bubbles. Okay, let's fight. The thing with that is they show off the idiots who don't know what they're talking about. You don't see the hundreds of people they stop who give correct answers. Makes us all look dumb. Aren't they all dark types? I think most of them are. So I think Bubbles will be a good opener here at least. All right, here we go. You got this, Bubbles. Maybe. Disarming voice. Perfect. That is what we like to see. You should do GeoGuess her flags of the world. It's really fun. Man, I am terrible with flags, so I do not know how I would do at that, but for sure at some point we can. I also want to do... there's this thing called Squirtle. That's like Wordle, but with Pokemon. And y'all know I'm terrible at Pokemon, right? So, ooh, that is not good. Well, that just, that might just end the run. What a time for confusion. Because Bubbles was the whole crutch for the next fight, and we don't have him anymore. So that's gonna make things really, really hard. Like really, really, really hard. Oh boy. There is a Pokemon Center, but it's a Nuzlocke challenge, so I can't revive until I beat the next gym. I think Toxicroak shrugs off water attacks too because he has the dry skin. Yep. Okay, we need something. Is he a fighting type? Will Syrup maybe do it? I would say I'm pretty good at flags, probably just because I watched Jack Sucks at Geography. Psychic. That's what we needed. Okay. This is not good. This is really not good. Things are going very poorly. Very poorly. Galar Meowth or Aeolin Meowth. I like the one that becomes the Berserker. Okay, Psychic should be good here too. It doesn't affect Scrappy. Okay, I thought it would. Thought he was a fighting type, but no, he's just pure dark, isn't he? Okay. Leech Seed. Put our stalling into effect. Let's dig. I am having terrible luck with the confusion today. Like, really terrible luck with that confusion. Okay, dig. Avoid his attack. That'll give me a little bit of reprieve. We can heal up. I didn't know you could hurt yourself in confusion while you're digging, so that's good to know. Let's heal. Hurting our speed. It's not good. Come on, snap out of the confusion already. There we go. Okay. Okay, we're still in this. Just barely, but we're still in this. Go Scrafty. Okay. This thing. Leech Seed it. You don't like the Meowth forms? I wish they chose a better Pokemon to change around. Okay, dig. Unlucky Flinch. This fight has been super unlucky for me. Graveyard's just going to have to stall. Okay. Now dig. Perfect. All right. That was a very bad fight. We have 4 EVs to beat the next gym. We might have to go fly and get some potions. And there's potions right here too, I guess. That's really bad. Like, the whole team is dark, so I was depending on bubbles for that fairy damage. Now we have no fairy damage. We have no fighting damage. We have no super effectives for this next fight. So that's really bad. Alright. I am running super low on time. That fight took longer than I thought, so it is time for me to get ready for work. So I just gotta save up here. Save. Perfect. Alright, thank you everyone for hanging out. We are streaming tomorrow morning as well, so make sure you tune in tomorrow morning around 5:45 a.m. and we will continue this challenge. Thank you everyone for watching. If you're new here, go ahead and give me a follow so you can get notifications when I go live. There's also a link in my bio to the YouTube so you can catch up on this series, TikTok for original content, and my photography page if you're interested in photography, as well as the Discord if you want to hang out outside of Twitch and TikTok and all that. Everyone have a great day. Thank you so much, and we'll see you tomorrow.